Another episode, baby. Warm up with Rivalry. Lane Train has been stopped. LSU upset, as some would say. Um, Ole Miss this past weekend, man. What was the thoughts there coming into Death Valley? 45-20. It was a beatdown. Well, they were in control early, I would say.
I mean, I didn't see it coming, of course, especially not of that magnitude for sure. Lane let me down. Didn't seem like he came in with he didn't adjust at all from LSU coming in and basically punching him in the mouth. They didn't respond well. We didn't expect anything from the defense, but I thought once it turned into like LSU offense was going to be, humming, I figured, Lane will respond, but got to give my hats off to LSU from a defensive perspective of stepping up and playing tough football and shutting down that Lane Kiffin offense.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I seen it coming, man. I've been saying Ole Miss was due for an L, just to know when it was coming, man. If LSU could ever figure out the beginning of the game or how to start, man, they might be all right, dog. They always like to come in down 7, down 14, but they were down 17 to us, and then they want to fight back. It's like they need to get punched in the face first, man. But if they ever figure that out, they might be some trouble.
Yeah, man, you're right. My bad, T. I was just gonna say they did. They went down 14-3 early. As Smooth was saying.
I think I look at LSU a lot like Rocky, man. They want to feel you out. They want you to hit them, and then they're gonna hit you back. But on a serious note, the quarterback making plays with his legs. That's off the script. They're a different team. They got the talent. They got talent at wide out. They got talent defensively, but the key to that team is the quarterback. When he makes plays with his legs on third downs to keep drives going, man, they're a different team. And like I said, I called it. I knew LSU would have something for them, and they did. So shout out to LSU. Lane, you gotta get better, dog.
And he's sneaky with it, bro. With the quarterback with the running, and I feel like they didn't have those design runs in the first, three games of the season for whatever reason. But like I said, he's sneaky and smooth with the runs he do make. Even the ones where he kind of look like he probably go slide, I hear him make a cut. So get about 5, 6, 7 more yards. So yeah, teams need to be on alert of his playmaking ability moving forward for sure.
Yeah, right. Over 300 yards combined, bro. 21 for 28 passing. No picks, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's highly impressive. Kenny, what you got?
Man, honestly, I thought Ole Miss was gonna win that game, man. But in my head, the LSU, man, they came and played. That quarterback really did step up. I agree with the guys, and the defense played one of their better games that they played all year, being able to contain that quarterback. And man, I just got to tip my hat to LSU, bro. They did their thing.
Hey, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. Like Smooth said, LSU can be special if they can just figure it out early, man. So, and what about Texas A&M? Smooth got the famous quote, bro, that I love to talk about. Jimbo ain't gonna do nothing, man. Early on in the season, something you brought up. But man, coming off of the summer, a lot of people was high on Texas A&M, but recently losing to South Carolina, right? That was, I think, unexpected. I don't think they happy in Aggie land right now.
Oh man, they can't be, man. And what surprised me is South Carolina is actually 5-2. I think Texas A&M are a bunch of front runners, man. Like you said, I called it out, man. They spending a whole lot of cash. They real flashy, but people be snatching their chains, man. I mean, they soft to me, man. They soft to me, but they'll mess around and beat Auburn or something, man. Then they go maybe put my head down, but I just don't see it from Texas A&M, man, like at all.
I think at A&M, man, you just don't see a bunch of guys playing for each other. And what I mean, like you just don't see. You just get the feel that like the team is not together, not just by the play, but they got all the guys that say they spent the money They got the guys, but to be able to be effective, especially in the SEC, you got to be together. You got to be on the same page. And I think that's the main reason that they're having their issues. Definitely starts with Jimbo. Jimbo got some stuff to figure out. So he probably will beat Auburn. He'll do enough to stay relevant, get a bowl game, and come into next year probably ranked in the top 10, and who knows what'll happen. But they definitely got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's getting spooky down there to me, man. I don't know how safe Jimbo is. I know that they're gonna beat Auburn. Of course, that's a given. That's a given for anybody at this point. But that's not gonna be enough to save a job. He has the players, has the talent, has the recruit class, has for the most part the coaching staff. So to be honest, the reason I say spooky, I don't know what the issue is. Like it seems like those guys think they can just show up and win games. It seems like they think the battle is solely won in recruiting. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Jimbo did a lot of talking this offseason. Not to say they weren't provoked, but in the arrogance he responded with, you know, I thought he was gonna come out with, you know what I'm saying, with a fully loaded clip, but that ain't been the case. Seemed like, you know, and we all know that Arkansas game, they weren't supposed to win that one either. So if you look holistically at the picture, man, Jimbo ain't really did nothing since he been there except for beat Bama a couple times. So I feel like, you know, his job should not be safe. I don't know, Smooth, you sent it earlier, I saw it just on social media, but I think Coach Sumlin had either an identical record around this time from his time at Texas A&M, or even a better record. So I feel like there's too much money getting pumped through that program for them to, you know, to let him slide regardless of what his name
is. Is he the Gus Malzahn at A&M?
Why would you make
Gus won more?
But I'm saying beating Bama is like the only thing he can hang his hat on.
Yeah, except for he ain't even been to the ACC. He ain't even been to the Big Show though.
No, he ain't been. Yeah, he hasn't done that. But I'm just saying, I think the only thing really working in his favor.
Yeah, they can say.
And then you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Hey man, I wouldn't say that Auburn is a for sure win either. They got a rough schedule ahead of them. Only for sure win they have on their schedule is UMass. They got Ole Miss, Florida, the Tigers, and LSU on the back end of the season in November. So I don't think
rough.
That's pretty rough. Absolutely, that's rough. That's why I say the Tigers definitely aren't a for sure win, guys. So
it's a for sure win. Whatever the spread is on that game, I'm gonna take that one. Believe that. I'm put my pick in early. I don't even know what week it is. Don't know the injury report. Don't know the weather. I got Texas A&M over Auburn. Whatever the game is.
Carter, come on with it, baby.
Man, bro, I'm gonna go with man, Jimbo, man. I would say he need time, but hey, he been there for damn forever. So I can't really say that, man. I think he's a good coach overall, man. But some reason why he's not getting it done right now. Supposed to have the recruiting class that he really wanted, and the quarterback that he don't really got a quarterback, man. That's one thing I can say right now. I don't know what that problem is with that getting all these damn recruit, but somehow I don't have a good quarterback. So, man, really, Jimbo is tripping right now. He need to get it together. I think, actually, bro, if it wasn't for that contract that he still got right now, I think he'll probably be out of there. But other than that, they ain't gonna get rid of him no time soon. Cause who else they would get?
Arson.
Listen, I think in this coaching world, bro, it don't even matter who they get because they're not making the right decisions even when they go get the coaches. In my opinion, man. But that's neither here nor there. Because Kevin Sumlin probably, you know, in a lot of people's opinion, should still be there or somewhere in the SEC. All right, so who you got, Kenny, to kick it off with Texas A&M this week? Upcoming week prediction: Texas A&M versus Ole Miss.
Texas A&M versus Ole Miss. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss, man. I'm going with that quarterback. I'm still right with him. I know he had that dust up last week against LSU. Hey, there's only so much you can do when the other guy on the other side of that field playing is just as good as you. So right now, I'm gonna go with Ole Miss. We pretty much went over what Texas A&M looking like. Ain't looking like too much, nothing nice. So it is what it is.
Ole Miss.
Going Ole Miss also. I think Lane comes out to prove a point just to back up Saban.
Lane trained it is this way as well, man.
Man, I'm kind of tempted to go A&M here because just looking at it, it's another way game for Ole Miss. I'm just not real high on Ole Miss. Definitely not high on A&M. So I'm kind of tempted. Spread being only 1.5, knowing that quarterback at Ole Miss will give it away. Thinking the 12th man may show up. I'm gonna go A&M right here. I'm gonna go A&M with the upset right here. I'm going A&M at home.
Oh man, I love it. Against the grain, A&M at home. That's gonna be a nice one there. We're gonna be watching that one. Ohio State and Penn State. I think this is gonna be, this is gonna be a nice one as well to kick off. It's on Fox. I think 11 a.m. game. What y'all think about that one?
Ohio State blowout.
Yep.
A lot of points put up.
Like 42.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ohio State. I think Stroud slings it all over the yard on them boys. Spread is 15. I'll say Ohio State covers the spread.
Yeah, I'm
Ohio
going
State or Penn State?
That's what I'm looking at now.
Penn State.
Yeah, I got Ohio State with the blowout as well, man. I don't think it'd be nice.
Yeah, I think Ohio State got too much, but they got too much for them boys, man. They got that quarterback and 2 wideouts, and man, look at here. What all Penn State got? I'm not a big believer in Sean Clifford, and besides that running back, only one good game he had, and apparently that was against us at Auburn. So I'm going Ohio State, man.
Yeah, I'm backing up Stroud as well, man. Kids, a winner. Ohio State it is. Arkansas Auburn, man. Our Tigers are back at home, welcoming in the Razorbacks in the Jordan Hare SEC Network game, 11 a.m. Kicking it off to Charvin. Who you got?
Man, hey, Arkansas has proven to be front runners, man. But hey, there's no way I can go with Auburn right here, man. I think you got to go with Jefferson and the Razorbacks. I hate to do it. I got to go Razorbacks here, man.
You ain't gonna ask me.
I take it that you're going with the Tigers this week.
No, hell no.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, you going Razorbacks?
Razorbacks all day.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna take Arkansas as well, but I do think we found some last game, man. I think we found a little confidence, and I think it'll be closer than people think. But I'm gonna take Arkansas just because they're better up front.
Spread is 3.5.
3.5 spread, man. Back in Jordan Hare. Man, I took Arkansas early on. I was very high on Arkansas again because I felt like the leadership and the way special teams would play for the entire year behind Scott Fountain. They would do great things. But things haven't been going well as of lately with Arkansas. We've all seen, the last few weeks. With the Tigers, we know what the situation that we've been in all year, man. But with this one, I'm going with the Tigers at home, run game. I think we get it going, and just find some way to play together and squeak out. I take the Tigers, and I take us by 7.
Hey, I'm going with Auburn, man. Yeah. I'm going with Auburn. I'm going with Auburn by 7 points. And why am I going with Auburn? Because of the fact that I feel like we got a better team right now, man. I don't think that we found something that's so drastic, but I just think what we was thinking about Arkansas being really good, they not. They just got two guys, and that's the quarterback and that's the running back. And I feel like the O-line is decent. Arkansas defense, it ain't there. I feel like Auburn offense will have a better chance against Auburn defense. Arkansas defense. And man, I just think with our quarterback and our running back combo, we can make some shake against that vulnerable defense that Arkansas got. And it's not nothing exciting about them. So I'm going with Auburn. I'm going by self.
Thank you, Ken. Welcome to second place with that pick.
I can't believe y'all, man. How do you not believe in the Tigers right now, man? At home.
How could
All right.
you?
How do you?
That's what I was about to say.
Hey, Eli and Missouri, they're facing off this weekend against South Carolina team Smooth just mentioned. He just didn't know, kind of how good they were playing this year and doing record wise. Who you taking there? I know South Carolina's coming off a big win. Who you taking there, Lo?
I'm gonna go with the kicker, man, because I think that's what it's gonna come down to. I'm gonna go with Big Boy. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think Missouri gonna capitalize on a few times down just in that field goal range area, and that's what the differential is gonna be in this game. I think it'll be a good game, but like I said, I think I think Missouri will make sure that they get points in those situations. So I think they'll come out with the dub.
Man, I'm going with Gamecocks for the exact opposite reason. He's talking about Big Boy. He don't warm up for no kid. His name ain't Justin Tucker. So I don't know what he's trying to prove. Well, I don't see him getting it done.
Hey, don't forget he was the only reason they was in the Georgia game. The only bad game he had was Auburn, man. So hey.
And that's when I seen him. So that's why I'm going against them. Spencer Rattler, they just cracked the top 25, man. I got to go to Gamecocks right here. You got to go to Gamecocks.
Yeah, man. I'm piggybacking that. South Carolina, taking the Gamecocks here at home. Their favorite 3.5 points. I think South Carolina is also a tough place to play at, man. We've all been there before. I think we squeaked out a win. But yeah, I'm taking the Gamecocks.
Now we used to beat their ass when we went up there.
When we went once.
We went
smooth through a pit when we went there too. So.
and what was the final score?
Hey. Yeah, I did.
I don't know. It came out to the last drive though.
Exactly. So we know how it is, man. When those guys get going, and that's a tough team. That's how when they came to Auburn. What was the score? Matter of fact, what was the score then?
We supposed to lost the game.
35-28.
Yeah, we supposed to lost though.
Man. Let's look. South Carolina, point proven. Ken, what you got?
Man, I got South Carolina, man. I feel like the coaching battle is pretty much the same. I think they're gonna break even on there. Shane Beaman, he is a good coach. They're 5-2. They just broke the 25, like T said, man. And being honest, I'm going with the quarterback, Spencer Rattler. I feel like he's better than Missouri quarterback. So being honest, they pretty much the same team, but I'm going with South Carolina. They got 2 good wins over 2 good teams. Well, 1 good team and Texas A&M. So I'm going with South Carolina.
Solidified second place. Appreciate you, Ken.
Amazing. Hey, Kentucky, Mark Stoops, man, headed to see the Vols. I think this is gonna be a tough one right here, man. 7 p.m. ESPN prime time. Tennessee's looking like the real deal this year, man.
Trap game.
I'm gonna start it off. It's a trap game, I guess, but I think I've went against Tennessee all year, for one reason and one reason only. But I think I've learned my lesson, and I'm done going against Tennessee. Man, I love what they got going, bro, especially offensively, bro. It's nice to see. And again, every time you have to play in Tennessee, we've been there before. It's one of the toughest places to play at. So Night game, take Tennessee Vols beating Kentucky.
I got Tennessee as well, man. I think they gonna be up for this game. I think they'll recognize and see the trap game, for what it is and see it coming. So I think they'll be, locked in and ready to go for it. And continue to build on that success this week. I think, to be honest, again, Smooth. I think Smooth called it out. Somebody called it out. They was up 30 last game and was still doing damn trick plays and shit. So I don't think Tennessee lost any focus. I don't think they lost any aggression. So I think they got a different agenda on their mind. So yeah, I take Tennessee in this one for sure.
I promise you, their coach had them in pass this week. I promise you, they're not looking past this one. Like I said, man, they having fun out there, man. They having fun out there. I would like to be at this game. I think Tennessee, the spread is 11.5. I think 11.5. I think Tennessee covers, man. UK don't got enough, man. They just don't got enough, man. Tennessee rolling. All roads leading up to Tennessee and Georgia collide, man. But Tennessee got to take care of business Saturday, and I think they do that.
And they will. Rocky Top, man. They got a Heisman candidate. I think he continues to surge up, man. The man like 30 years old out there playing, real seasoned, real mature. And I think he go have him ready to go, man. They got a dynamic receiver. I think he continues the ball, even though I know that Kentucky will try to move the defense over him. I think he still has a good game, man. And like T said, it's shaping up for the showdown next week with Georgia. But we ain't even talked about it yet. Georgia also has a trap game playing in Jacksonville. They got a Florida Gators, big rivalry, cocktail party. So both of these teams got to be locked in. Nobody can look ahead, but I'm still taking the balls.
It's on you, second play.
I'm going with what you call, man. I'm going with Tennessee, but one thing I can say, man, I feel like this game will be a lot closer than what we think it is, though. I'm not gonna lie, this game kind of scared me. I feel like the Wildcats over there, Kentucky, they're gonna stand up and let themselves be heard. For some reason why, I don't know why, but I feel like this game kind of scared me this week. But I think Tennessee gonna win. They're gonna put it out. It's gonna be kind of close. It's gonna be kind of shaky. I think this is their scare of their year. They get past this, then that next one gonna come for that juggernaut game against Georgia. So
let's go ahead and take it in. We're talking about Georgia. Smooth, you talked about a trap game, man. Tomorrow, 2:30 in Jacksonville. Who you taking? Georgia versus Florida showdown.
I'm taking Georgia, man. I'm taking Georgia closer than the experts think. But I think they sneak out of there, man. I know Kirby's on them right now. Being from Bama, knows how to keep his team focused. I think they go in focus. But I think Florida goes in with nothing to lose. And you know how that could be. Just saying, hey, man, it could change the whole season around. Things haven't been going the way we wanted them. We could really turn some heads and get back into this thing. So I think they come out fighting hard, man. Fighting hard. It's gonna be a good game all the way to the end. I think Georgia squeezes it out. Under 7 points. I don't know what the spread is. Can I get the spread?
23.5.
23.5. Wow, no respect.
No.
No respect. God, dog, 23.5. Okay. I'm gonna take the under in that. Georgia's offense hasn't really took off like that to me. So I'm gonna take the under with that one. But I still got Georgia winning.
Yeah, man, I want to go underdog here, but I just I don't know from a weapon perspective how much Florida has to deliver there because as Smooth said, I'm not sold on UGA's offense at all. They had those two tight ends, but outside of that, to me, nobody else is consistent. So I just don't see them putting up a lot of points, to be honest. But I'll get our defense the edge, maybe get a scoop and score, pick six, something like that. So I think they'll come away with the win just on that solely, just because Florida don't have enough offensively.
I'm with it. Flat out, I roll with Kirby.
yeah, I got
cocktail party. Biggest cocktail party there'll be this year. I'm going with Screech and the Dogs, man. Stetson Bennett remind me of Screech. The guy is athletic, man.
Call that boy Creech.
I know the offense ain't what a number one team offense probably should look like. But they got enough to get it done. I don't think Florida has enough. They ain't had enough all year, so I'm going with the Dogs, and I think the Dogs cover the spread.
Amazing. There it is. Let's get it. College football Saturday.